Hello, everyone. Long time no see. Welcome back. Recently, there is a fascinating diplomatic drama involving three countries: China, Japan, and the United States. On November 26th, the President Trump are busy to make two phone calls, one to Chinese leader Xi Jinping, another phone call to Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi-san. So the first phone call, now we don't know who called first. According to New York Times, said Xi called Trump first. But according to Wall Street Journal, said actually it was Trump called Xi. In that phone call for Donald Trump, the United States president, he put the focus on trade and tariff. Call for China side to buy more soybeans, take action. For Xi Jinping side, Xi Jinping put the emphasis on the conflict between China and Japan on Taiwan issue. Whatever, in that phone call, when Chinese media report, it's the focus about Taiwan, about China, Japan, and even used the after World War II or something sequence. But on American White House statement, the focus is on trade and tariff. Then after a while, President Trump called Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi-san. And after they talk about 25 minutes, Takaichi-san said both sides emphasize the ally between US and Japan and more close allies. So according to some media, it looks like a picture is like this. Trump complained Japan. No, Xi complained Japan to Trump. As in Chinese language, there is a word said 告洋状. 告洋状 means go to another foreign power to report another person or another country. Usually, we say Chinese people persecuted by CCP go to 告洋状. But now Chinese leader Xi Jinping go to 告洋状 to complain to US president. It looks strong or it looks weak. I think it looks weak. So then President Trump called Japanese Prime Minister. The picture looked like Trump softly persuade Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi-san do not say some words provoke Beijing or Xi Jinping. Maybe the story like this, sounds like this. However, this time China go too fast for anti-Japan. The reason, origination of this story is start from as a new prime minister, Takaichi-san said one sentence, said if China attack Taiwan, Japan will be in crisis status. Then Beijing jump. Think it's a dangerous words. Sounds like if China attack Taiwan, Japan will involve. Not only US involved. But when Taiwan has a crisis, Japan will have a crisis. This sentence repeated by multiple leaders of Japan. It's not new. It's the same statement. Or that's true. That's a react. That's a reality of East Asian institution situation. But this time, Xi and CCP quickly raised the tone to wage an anti-Japan campaign. Did many things like Chinese CCP media propaganda to anti-Japan and also make louder nationalism noisy in China, and also take many other actions like prohibit traveling of Chinese people to Japan and even cancel a Japanese singer or musician's performance in China. Suddenly cancel, even cancel in the middle. And diplomatic protest and even send all ships to the water near Japan, like south of Japan, Kagoshima or Senkaku Island, or between South Korea and China to make something called military exercise to give Japan a pressure. Beijing and Xi expect or require Japan Prime Minister Takaichi to take back her words, but actually Japan didn't change position, didn't take back. Even Trump called, but Japan first, no change of the position. Two, Japan's defense minister went to an island very near to Taiwan to accelerate the deployment of missiles. That island near Taiwan, and when China attacked Taiwan, that island could be under attack or could be ready to, help Taiwan, defend Taiwan. So all this look like even Xi Jinping go to complain to Donald Trump, the U.S. president, but maybe President Trump gave Xi Jinping a face, go to talk with Takaichi-san. However, I think his voice is very soft, gentle, just some, talk around. Give Xi Jinping a face or give a stage to step down. But there's no change for Japan's position, also no change for Japan-US relationship, unless China this time go very far, go very quickly. Even Hu Xijin complained. Hu Xijin is a mouthpiece of CCP. He suddenly published an article complaining that official media go too far, too fast. Too extreme words. Sounds like cannot take it back. Because after all your protest, all your against, all your anti-Japan, what you can do? You cannot resolve anything. Maybe Beijing or Xi Jinping think this can make other Asian countries frightened, do not say anything to support Taiwan. Further, they can show to United States how important Taiwan issue to CCP. Actually, I think this time Xi pretended how important for that. Actually, in China, in CCP, in the party, in the military, there are a lot of myths. Many generals get purged, the military in abyss. Most generals are raised, promoted by Xi himself. And also in the party, their power struggle very harsh. And also many Chinese protest everywhere, even though the CCP cover the news. And also there is a big fire happening in Hong Kong. More than 128 people died. So they needed to change focus for China's problem. So the easy way to go to anti-Japan, to use World War history to, make Chinese people hate Japan. This is the only purpose of CCP, to cover. It's a smoke. And also it's a kind of deception to the United States and other Asian countries. So finally, I believe CCP and Xi cannot get anything, even though gave Japan some maybe hate, like traveling business or performance for Japanese actors, artists, or musicians. But finally, China lose more economically, and Chinese people very not happy. Their tickets was forced to cancel. Their trip were forced to cancel. So I don't think everybody is happy. Most Chinese people is unhappy. Whenever there is a cancellation of Japan's singer or musician performance in Beijing or in other place, the audience protest, very unhappy. So what CCP do is kind of drama. It's a performance. It's a show. Maybe this show further to show to Washington, to Trump administration. So finally, I think CCP will reduce their tone. It takes time. Finally, they have to reduce their tone and take back and make this calm down. They cannot play fairs too long. If play fairs too long, if China break out a anti-Japan protest, that protest could change direction to the government, to CCP. This is Xi worries or be alert. For example, one person in Chengdu, in a southwest city, Chengdu, someone hold a slogan hold a paper said, "Oh, anti-Japan," but immediately Chinese police in plane take his paper and move his away. That means the CCP on one side make the anti-Japan propaganda, but on another side, they really fear any masses protest occurs in China. So finally, they have to step down. We just see this drama, how to step down. Some Chinese people said, Xi Jinping has a low level, not well educated. So he played this like an elementary school student because widely saying is he's a elementary school student level. So his game played also as an elementary school student. So Chinese people, anyone who is well educated, really look down upon him. So if he continue playing, damage his information, damage China's reputation internationally, but also domestically, I don't think he can win for any of this. So finally, Xi Jinping already said something. It's implied Xi and CCP finally has to take it down by himself. Thank you. I will talk to you next time. Happy Thanksgiving holiday. Bye.